Welcome to the Power Packed Podcast. Please be quiet and courteous and silence your cell phones now. Be sure to grab some snacks and concessions, located in the lobby. And now our feature presentation. Prepare for butter.
All the time, wondering if maybe I'm losing my mind. Stepping out to the horizon and I'm me, or maybe I'm going out to sea. Maybe you should know by now. When I get back, everything will be alright. Seems like I'm out to sea every single night. I hope this old boat will stay afloat as we go.
I hope this old boat will stay afloat as we go.
Don't mind, maybe you'll sink or swim. Oh, I don't mind, maybe you'll sink or swim. Oh, I don't mind, maybe you'll sink or swim. Oh, I
Welcome to the Power Pack Podcast.
Episode 51.
I think it's 52, actually.
52. That's what I said the first time.
52. No, it's... I'll have to go back and... I don't know. We'll figure it out. But yeah, 52. Yeah,
Blues
I think it sounds funny.
Clues is 52.
That's pretty exciting. We did the big 50 special, and then we have a special guest for 51, which I'm sure people already listened to this by then. And yeah, it's going well. We're creeping towards 100. I think even if we can make it to like 75, it's going to be like, oh my gosh, 25 more. And then once we're at 100, probably about a year, be even cooler.
Yeah, I think at 100 we should take all our Patreon money and buy lottery tickets and divide our winnings amongst our Discord members.
Ooh,
so,
I actually like that idea. Like, it'll probably be a whole $20 or something, and we'll buy some scratchets.
We're like, all right, we're going to PayPal you 84 cents each. Come on into the Discord. It's going to be fun.
There's some perks to being in the Discord. If we win any money with our scratchets that you donated money to, we will give it right back to you guys. It's like socialism, I guess.
Yeah. We're just a bunch of communists here, and we're gonna take all your property and money, and we're gonna redistribute it amongst the Discord channel. So I hope you don't have a lot, because then you're gonna get some. And if you have a lot, well, too bad. We're Communist Discord Power Pack Communist Cast. That's not true. I take it all back. I'm not a communist.
No,
I'm probably the farthest thing from a communist.
Yeah.
But anyways, enough of that. We are the Power Pack Podcast, a podcast featuring 2 dudes, 0 communists, and 1 friendship.
A friendship that is like capitalism. It requires a steady stream of money, and from people spending, that money goes into the capitalist system as a whole, and then out comes existential government level trillions of dollars of debt. Yeah. How was your holidays?
Speaking of capitalism, it was good. Yeah. I was really lazy with gifts this year and just did mostly gift cards and cash.
Nice.
But
gift cards and cash. I like it.
That's how we do. How is your holiday?
It was good. You know, got to see some family. What else did I do? Just took it easy. Just been chilling. Yeah, it's been good. Just chilling like a villain. Yeah,
chilling like a villain in penicillin land. Yeah,
penicillin. Yeah, I'm allergic to penicillin. Yeah, it's kind of wild because we're doing 2 of these podcasts within well, actually, no, it's still been kind of a little ways since, but we did an episode 51 podcast that is airing last Friday, if you're listening to this now. And we did a double whammy. And so now we're back again and we're here and it's a good time.
Yeah. How'd everyone like MC Dirty Bird? He had a fun time, and we had fun doing those table reads, and then maybe he'll come back if y'all give the thumbs up, the approval, So, capitalism. If there's no value in MC Dirty Bird, we're gonna cut him, get rid of him.
Yep.
That's what
never
we're gonna
come
do.
back. Yeah,
never come back. And
I hope he comes back though.
That's right. If you're not bringing fans to the stands, we don't want you.
Yeah,
so,
it's just like when we used to be in bands, and they're like, there's that one promoter who's like, "Did you sell any tickets?" And we're like, "Oh, we sold 4, and we guest listed 10." Oh yeah, the good days of being in a
good
band.
Old days. Selling tickets was the worst.
I would rather sell credit cards at JCPenney's, which we had to do, if you remember, you and I, over selling tickets, because it's like all these people that are your friends and like family and stuff, and you're like, I know you've seen my band play a bunch, but this gig is bigger than the last one we did, and I need to sell more tickets. And then it ends up selling like 4 tickets, and
yeah, I'd probably feel more comfortable selling like blood in a back alley to a stranger than sell band tickets. I don't know.
So
it's just uncomfortable.
Yeah, it is. It's uncomfortable. Just selling things in general is really uncomfortable. I'm glad I've never really had to work a sales job. Like I said, the only time I had to pitch things was either in a band or when I worked at JCPenney's and I had to sell credit cards, which I still can't believe. That was like, I don't know how many months, but you and I worked 2 different jobs together. And now I almost want to get another job just so I can work with you a third time.
We should both become English teachers to like Chinese kids online. And then we could duo teach our classes.
Oh, like online, yeah.
Yeah, we won't tell our bosses or whoever's in charge that we're doing that, but it'll be like, all right, I'm ready for my student. You hop online, John. I'll be like, okay. And then I'll hop on, and then I'll put on my camera, and then there'll be 2 teachers, 1 student.
Oh, yeah. They'll be very confused. They're like, well, I thought this is just Mr. Whip for Mr. Karsh. No, it's both of us.
We are one.
We are one. Then they instantly just log off Zoom. That'd be fun though. It'd be fun. So if you and I could work somewhere at the same place again, what place? What type of job would it be?
Like customer service is out.
Yeah,
it's gone. I could see us doing something in the sewers, like fixing sewer pipes or something, like something underground.
Yeah.
Like, in the movies where they have like the sewage running through the center and there's like the little sidewalks, and then you kind of are hugging the wall of the tunnel going down.
Yeah.
Like maybe we could fix those sidewalks or something.
So kind of like a county or government job, hard labor.
But it's not really hard because it's us, and we just kind of, we'll patch it. We'll patch it, but we won't.
Yeah, we won't fix it.
I'm not gonna sweat.
No. I mean, the sweat happens anyways because you're down the sewer. But
yeah,
that's good to know. That's good to know that you could see us doing some sort of underground Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles sewage treatment job.
Yeah, what's your dream, JJ Fresh, in-person job?
I think we would have fun working at like a like one of those I'm imagining not like GameStop, but those stores that they have like Magic the Gathering events at, kind of like a card or game store. I could see us being the people who stand behind the counter, and when someone comes in to ask for like Monopoly or a board game, we get really like condescending and mean to them, and we're like, what do you mean you're looking for stupid Monopoly, nerd? Just like just be like total neckbeards, you know.
That's such a simple game. Ugh, what edition do you even play? Original? Wow.
Yeah. I think that'd be fun though. Something like that.
So a mean board game clerk is what you see us doing.
Yeah, I think it'd be fun. It's a good collaborative thing. Or I like your idea of the co-teacher Zoom online bilingual learning.
Yeah, that'd be fun. Or we could just full-time do a YouTube series where we record the interview, and we just bomb every interview, and we just post them online.
Oh, for jobs?
For jobs.
That's actually a pretty genius idea. I don't know if anyone's ever done that, but like, for instance, show up like hidden camera or just on a Zoom call, and you're doing the job, and then when you turn on the webcam to start the video, you're dressed up like a pig or like an animal, and you don't talk, you just like make animal noises, you know, just different things like that. It'd be kind of funny.
Like you dress for the job you want, so you show up to Microsoft wearing like a window cleaner outfit, like overalls, and you have the hat, and you have the little spongy thing in your hand. They're like, what do you, can I ask why you're dressed like that? And you say, I want to be the best window cleaner at Microsoft ever. And they'll be like, do you understand you're not applying to be a window cleaner, but you're applying to be an engineer on our newest operating system, which is called Windows? Well, I'm going to do a good job cleaning them windows then. Digital or reality windows.
Yeah. It don't matter. Either way. That could get you a job though, because they'd be like, this guy's funny, he's innovative. Let's get him on the saddle.
Yeah. Yeah. Or you could go into Banana Republic, painted yellow, wearing banana clothes and a brown hat.
Yeah.
And then maybe you could just all this, you have banana facts ready. Let's see. Facts about bananas. This is what you're spitting out. You'd be like, excuse me, before you begin your interview, I just wanted you to know a few things. I want to share my knowledge of bananas before I officially apply for Banana Republic. Bananas float in water because they are less dense in comparison. Did you know that? Did you know that bananas are one of the most popular fruits in the American diet? Did you know bananas grow on plants that are officially considered an herb? Huh?
I didn't know that. That's weird.
Did you know that the banana is actually classified as a berry? And they'll be like, we don't sell bananas at the Banana Republic. And then you flip the table and walk out.
Yeah, you're like, what is this? Or they're like, sir, we just need you to not have a criminal record, and you're going to be folding t-shirts all day. That's really all we need. You're like, but don't you want to hear more banana facts?
Banana facts. I can subscribe you to my email list on banana facts. The scientific name for banana is Musa septium, which means fruit of the Wisemen.
Oh, yeah, fruit of the Wisemen. That should be the name of your banana.
Fruit of the Wisemen. And just like going all pretentious with like a curled mustache. Fruit of the Wisemen, yes.
Oh yeah, that's our title, by the way. I just stuck that in the notes.
Fruit of the Wisemen, Banana Republic.
Yeah.
I did apply when I was looking for jobs to be a security guard at a casino because I was like, I don't know what to apply for. Let's try this.
In St. Louis?
Not in St. Louis. There's like a casino about 20 minutes. I think it's northwestish from here. So yeah, I was like, okay, I could do that.
So you were looking.
Oh, go ahead.
Well, I was just gonna say. So what were some of the weird jobs you applied for when you got out there? Because you're probably like, all right, clean slate. So obviously one of them was the security guard for the casino. Were there any other weird ones?
I think that was probably the weirdest. I did get an interview to like Frito-Lay. But I was like, nice. Nah. And then I got they wanted me to interview for Best Buy. But I was like, no.
Yeah, I've heard bad things.
Yeah, I feel like it'd be just like JCPenney all over again, or Fry's for that matter.
Oh my gosh, I forgot you worked at Fry's. Your Fry's stories are the best. I was gonna say your idol and secret best friend Charlie used to work at Best Buy back in the day.
Oh, I should have started working there, and then me and Charlie would have something to talk about. Be like, dude, how was your Best Buy?
Yeah.
Mine was blah 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 blah.
Mine was that, and you could connect. And we actually were talking about last time I hung out with Charlie. We were talking about you. I was talking about your admiration for him, and he appreciates it and really likes you. So
tell him for Christmas I want a framed picture of him. It could be painted like an oil painting. Have it commissioned, and I'll put it above my bed. If I'm able to make this happen and send it to you, let's just do it. Could he
I know
sign
your birthday. I could have him sign it if you want.
That'd be amazing.
Okay. Cool. All right. I'll legit get that. You should direct message me your address, no joke, in Discord, like direct message. Your shipping address, and I will legit like spend $5 or whatever amount on Fiverr to get a picture of Charlie made, and then I'll ask him to sign it, and then I'll ship it to you.
I like this.
Yes, you gotta promise though you'll put it up in the room, but don't tell Charlene, and just wait for her. She's gonna be like, "What is that? Isn't that Josh's brother-in-law?" And yes,
She'd be like, who's this boy? Why is he in our bedroom? Be like, that's Charlie. He works at Wizards of the Coast. He works on Magic the Gathering.
I saw you playing that game before I hopped on.
Yeah, I thought I'd get a game in,
Nice.
Just,
nice.
Flex on some nerds. Be like, get
nerds.
dunked.
Yeah, totally pwned them.
I built a new deck and I was trying it out, but I need a few more rare lands to kind of even out the speed of it. A little slow because some of those lands come in tapped. They do give you the effect of scrying for a card, which you can then put at the bottom if you don't like it. But then again, you can't use the land until next turn. So it's I have to play some more to unlock some more mythic unlock rare cards or whatever you call them, the little tokens. You know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. All you guys out there, secret closet Magic players, I know how it is.
That was brilliant. I felt like I was, you truly could work at one of them game stores, because yeah.
Well, what's funny is, nerd culture, for all those youngins out there, it hasn't always been a thing. There has been a thing as the closet nerd. And when I worked at Fry's, it was kind of that era of still being like, being a nerd is still kind of underground. And I remember I knew this guy there for like 3-4 months. There's 2 guys there that I was friends with, and we knew each other for like 3 or 4 months. And I forget who it was, but someone was talking, and I was like, I had recognized something of what they were saying to their friend, and I was like, hey, is that, do you, and he looked at me, he's like, do you? I was like, yeah, do you? And he's like, yeah, how have we not talked that we both play Magic? Like, we kept it a secret from each other. And it, like, a bunch of people there played, and so it was kind of funny that we all were like, not willing to share that part of our lives with each other, even though we all did it. And then after we found out, we'd go to each other's houses like every week and play Magic.
Oh, nice. It's just, you had to just break that third wall or whatever. You got to get through that. And it's funny, you think working at Fry's or any place like that, the culture would be, you would talk about that. But,
yeah, you said
that was before.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Again, being like, I feel like being like nerdy or things like that, that's like cool now. People are like, oh, I buy some glasses and I dress up like a nerd and everyone thinks it's cool. But it's like, what about the original nerds, like with the ponytails and the neck beards and the comic books, like where's the love for those peeps,
See, I think there's several categories of nerd. There's faux nerd, which is what you just described, I think. The people dressing up like nerds. And then there's true nerd. So
There is.
like when you'll get those neckbeards when you go to Magic the Gathering tournaments. They're there. They are there in plenty. There's one guy who would always wear a trench coat and a golden NES cartridge around his neck with a gold chain. He had long black hair. Yeah.
No.
Yeah. He's not
God.
dressing up like a nerd. That's just who he is. He is OG. I mean, these people with the thick glasses and like the suspender. Look at me. Yeah, I'm a nerd. Like, no, you're a faux nerd. Like, you're only doing this because it's trendy. So
Yeah. It's like you're not, dude. That is one of the best. If I could have you draw, if you brought back the Power Pack Paint Night, I would want you to draw that guy because that sounds like such a character with the long black hair and the golden cartridge and the trench coat. That's like that's legendary.
I think it was Zelda because I think Zelda came in a golden cartridge. Yeah, I'm Googling it. Images.
I know Golden Eye was also another one.
Yeah, well, he just attached it to a chain, and he's like, I'm rocking this. And then there was this other guy. He was probably like 40s or in his 50s, and he was bald, and he had a giant, like, fantasy tattoo on the back of his head. There's like an eyeball looking at you. I was like, these people. These people. These people. They're very interesting. Oh, my gosh. If you play Magic with people, they are so strange. Like, the ones that drive me nuts, like it's just little things. So when I play Magic, right, you know, you have your deck, you draw your card, you put your cards down, whatever. And like when you do an attack or whatever, you kind of say what you're doing. Oh, I'm going to swing with this guy for 5. And they're like, oh, cool, I'll take 5 damage. But the freaking nerds that they have their sleeves and they have to have every card facing the same way. So when they shuffle, they don't like do the classic shuffle. They do like a certain shuffle. So all the sleeves are facing the same way. And then when they're like doing attacks and stuff, they like use their 2 fingers and they're like pointing. I'm going to attack and swing. And they're like, they emphasize their hand motions. And then they like, with this champion, you take 2, and like they'll put out their hand like they're serving you like a hors d'oeuvre, and like their whole just aura is just this nerdy like pointing things out, like commanding their deck with their hands. I can't really describe it. I have to show you how it looks, but it's just like the most. And when they pass the turn, they like bow and like put their hands up. Your turn. It's like, oh my gosh, what are you're like casting real spells over here. Like I don't know what to do with you.
I can't believe you were. That's almost like National Geographic, like being out in the wild and seeing wolves. Like you were deep within the nerds, and it's probably interesting being like, you know, somebody who is, you know, not to make you, you know, whatever, you know, you're a cool guy, you know, you play guitar, you got some cool stuff, and so it's like you going there, being more normal person, seeing, because there's definitely a culture, and I've known plenty of those guys too, where they're just in a different world completely.
Yeah, I mean they're fun to hang out with and listen to, but like,
oh, of course,
it's wild. It's wild. Like this one guy, I went to a tournament here. I've only been to one tournament since being in St. Louis, but this guy comes up to me and he's like, hey, you should play at my store that I go to usually, because all my friends, I mean, it's kind of like the bad boys of Magic. We just tell all these crude jokes. There's like no rules when it comes to what you can say, and it's just like we have a good time. Like you should come. It's pretty awesome. It's pretty bad over there. I'm just thinking to myself like, oh my gosh, this guy's serious. He's not kidding. Like he thinks he's the bad A of Magic. It's like, okay, maybe. Where's it at? Cool.
The bad boys of Magic. They're
the bad boys of Magic.
The bad boys of Magic. I'm a bad boy. I'm imagining they're all sitting. They're in a basement. They're all sitting around like one of those poker tables, and they're all, you know, in middle school. They're all like passing around a beer and taking sips and be like, and like one of them's like, trying to smoke like a cigar or a vape or something, and they're like, "Yeah, we're pretty bad."
It'd be a vape.
It'd be a vape, yeah. It would be like a toasted marshmallow and honeycomb something, pineapple. But yeah, I feel like if we could make a movie, I would like. I feel like they need, Grandma's Boy was great because they kind of did, analysis on nerds and whatnot, but they don't have enough nerd movies,
Yeah, I feel you. There's a lot of like sub nerd themes in movies, but there's not like many full on, Yeah. And I thought of like the cool intro for the Bad Boys of Magic music video, because it's obviously like gangster rap. It's hardcore.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
There's like a nerd at the table, and he taps his land, and then he has his hand, and he's like,
I cast the Bad Boys of Magic.
and then the music starts, and then the camera like does a big swoop and like arcs into the card, and like your whole boy band Bad Boys of Magic are right there, and they're like, they start rapping the song, and it's glorious. It's glorious.
We
Bad
should
Boys of Magic.
I think we should do this as a JJ Fresh song, and then I'll leave it up to you to do lyrics because you know a lot about magic. And maybe we can even have Charlie guest feature, but we should do one rap song called Bad Boys Magic and make it completely 100% magic themed, Magic the Gathering.
I'd be so down.
That'd be really fun, and make it like old school, like NWA sounding. just good old fashioned hip hop and rap, and make it real aggressive and lots of car siren sounds and
woo woo gunshots, pop pop pop.
Well, at least for the gunshots, you just stick your mic out your window, right?
I can do that for the sirens too.
Yeah, you're just like, oh wait, hold on 1 second, open your window, just stick it out, and immediately there's just like, dude, I can't. Magic. It cracks me up. I'm never gonna get off how funny it is that there's been multiple podcasts where we're hanging out and talking, and I hear sirens in the background.
Dude, it's all the time. It's all the time.
Oh man, oh, that's so funny.
I heard some last night going to bed. I was like, oh.
That's like, instead of hearing like roosters or birds, like the tranquil sounds of nature, you just gunshots and
the sounds of violence.
Yeah, the sounds of St. Louis. It's like, those, that's what you should make, the sounds of St. Louis. It's like one of those white noise tapes you put in, and there's like sounds of rainforest. It's like, birds and waterfalls, and sounds of St. Louis is just like cars screeching and ambulances and gunshots.
No, that's seriously like what it is. Like, we'll just be sitting there, then we'll hear like tires spinning and race going down the street. And I'm like, what are they? Why? Who are they racing? Like,
that's what I'm wondering.
It's a 25 mile per hour speed zone. Like, what the heck are they doing over there? Ugh. Anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah, but let's,
I'm going to tap some land, and I'm going to cast the butter dome.
Are you stuck? Did you get stuck again? Don't he pull you out of the mud? Oh,
I'm out. Oh,
you got out. Oh, that quicksand, boy, get you.
It's. I was also having the automaton do kind of like a little intro, like a Willy Wonka and the Joshua Factory.
Willy Wonka and the Joshua Factory. He makes chocolate versions of Joshua. They're like, they don't move. They're just tall chocolate statues, and they sell them to fancy hotels.
Yeah. You'd be like, don't you want a Joshua statue of chocolate?
Yeah, when it melts, it goes into the fountain, and the kids can drink the chocolate.
It's really fun. I like it a lot.
It's expensive, so you better have money. We're not giving these out for free. We ain't chocolate communist over here.
No, we ain't no commies.
Yeah, you gotta earn our chocolate. Oh yeah, come get it, boy. Yeah. Welcome to the Butter Dome. Here we are. Welcome to Butter Dome. Announcements. We have no announcements.
No.
But yeah, let us know if you liked MC Dirty Bird. That's my announcement again. Just comment if you liked him and if you want him back. And if not, we will stop being friends with him. Patreon. Josh Karsh.
All right. Last week, Kyle gave a very heartfelt Patreon thank you. And I wish I could just get more people to send in their take on a Patreon support, but I'll do it this week and maybe I can fetch in some others. But real quick, Crumb Baby, thank you for supporting us. And, we've dedicated the Crumb Corner, Emalis Crumb Corner for you. So, hope we're supporting you as you're supporting us. Thank you, Gary Bilson, for slamming down cups of mayo and sending some cash our way. We appreciate you, Gary. Yeah, we've got great Patreon supporters for sure.
You've got a friend in me. And we have a Molly's in the Crumb Corner.
Ooh. Should I read it? Should you read it? Who's gonna read it?
Who dat wanna read it? Who dat wanna read it?
I'll take a crack at it.
Okay.
All right. So we got a Crumb Corner. All right. Excuse me, sirs. I sent in an audio question the same day I sent the first audio question. The question was, I heard that Disney is making a live-action Lilo and Stitch. Do you think this could end up being another Sonic the Hedgehog debacle with Stitch? Autocorrect. My hands are wet from the shower. Bye-bye, Crumb. Real quick, I feel like she's I've seen multiple things where she's like, all right, I'm going to go hop in the shower, around the time of the podcast or afterwards. So there's just a routine there I'm seeing. There's a theme.
Yeah, there's just a habit. And I also see a chanting chorus of a song in her message. Stitch, Storch, Stitch, ain't the correct, my hands are wet. Stitch, Storch, Stitch, ain't the correct, my hands are wet. Yeah, I see a nice chorus right there.
That's real, yeah. We should put that in our next, maybe even Bad Boys of Magic. We could put that in there.
My hands are wet from all the sweat.
Heads are wet from all the sweat. That's very prevalent to neckbeards, so I think we should should toss that in for sure as a bridge or something. Question though. So first off, I haven't heard of them making a live action Lilo and Stitch. I feel like that's going to be really weird. And my general consensus, and I think we talked about this, you and I, John, they should I think they should stop remaking these movies now, the live action ones. Because I heard Lion King was really bad. Aladdin was really awkward. I've never seen Jungle Book. And then I watched Mulan recently, and that one was also really weird. So I feel like there's no singing, and there's no Eddie Murphy dragon. So, yeah, I feel like my take on it is I think they should just, instead of quit while you're ahead, I think they should just stop making live action Disney movies, or remaking them personally. Especially with Stitch. Stitch is such a great character. It's going to be horrifying seeing him as an animatronic, alien or as CGI. So I don't know. But what's your take on this?
No, I'm in the same boat. They need to stop because when you're writing a story, because Disney's pretty, I feel like they're very holistic when they make a cartoon like Lion King or I don't know, any of the other Jungle Book, because I feel like they have what's the word, synergy with their music department and their illustration department. They kind of, I feel like they work together. I would think they do. I think to make just I don't know, the seamless package you get when the musical starts and the music and the audio, it's all designed together. It's meant for that. boom, cartoon. This is our vision. Here we go. And you're pretty much like transplanting that vision into live action to where you are limited in what you can do. And it's like, okay, well, this is pretty much a remake, but you're missing all the amazing visuals from the cartoon because you can't do it. So now it just seems flat, which is, I don't know. I just think they need to stop. I'm with you. They need to just cut it out, Joey from Full House. Yeah,
Full House. You nail it on the head. And I was talking to Andrea about that too. It's like exact, like verbatim what you said. I was talking to Andrea about it, and it's like they just, with animation, they have so much room to do such crazy things. That's why Family Guy is so successful, because they just do the craziest things. And especially with Disney, like you said, the collaboration between the departments, it just makes this really magical and fun thing. Where live action, a lot of it's just so awkward. And like Mulan, even, there's no singing, there's no music. They tried to make it like an action movie. There was no Eddie Murphy dragon. I want to say that again. There's no Eddie Murphy dragon. It really stinks. And off of that note, though, if you haven't seen it yet, on Disney Plus, there's a documentary called Howard. It's really good. It actually shows exactly what you're talking about. He wrote a lot of the big songs for the Disney movies back in the day, like for Little Mermaid and Aladdin and all that. It's really good. I recommend watching it. And yeah, he was a songwriter, and they literally would go to him, like the writers of the movies, and they'd be like, I don't know how to tie this story together. And then he'd be like, oh, just do this, this, and this. And yeah, it's pretty cool. But
that's cool.
So I agree with you. And Crumb, I think they should not make it. And Sonic the Hedgehog was a really hard movie to watch. Besides, Jim Carrey was really funny in it.
Yeah, let me go back to our question. Let me get my bearings again. Do you think this could end up being another Sonic? Oh, without a doubt. If they make a Lilo and Stitch movie, it's not going to be good.
No.
Because again, what is Stitch? He's like designed first and foremost to be a cartoon character alien. Like at least with like the Lion King and stuff, those cartoons were drawn from actual real life animals. So at least there's that going for it. This, it's like, what are you going to do? Like, oh no. Like, let me look at it.
Idea.
I'm going to look at Stitch real quick.
Yeah, pull him up, drop him in the Discord, and you make a really good point. It's the same thing with Sonic. Sonic was a cartoon, and they made him into live action, and just looked really, really weird. And it's the same thing with Stitch. It's going to look really weird, and people are just going to, like, make fun of it and put it into a meme. Like,
yeah, I don't see it being like, I have a picture in the podcast content. I don't see how you could just turn that. I guess maybe like a mouse, but
yeah,
a blue mouse with ears by its mouth instead of on its head. That's the only thing I can think of. But
yeah,
I don't know. I think it's, you know what, they need to make a movie based on? They need to make a live action of this guy. Make a documentary, a live action of his story. I'm going to post it in on podcast content. Like, just have a guy, featureless, just purple face.
Just that. I like
face
that.
here from Nick Jr.
Is that Nick Jr.?
Yeah, I want a live action movie based on just this guy's face. It'd be like that. Have you seen that movie with Ryan Reynolds where he's in a coffin the whole time?
I haven't seen that, no.
I think it's called Ryan Reynolds Coffin Movie.
I would be interested to see that Nickelodeon Jr. face, but it's like the Joker, like it's really dark. He's struggling with like drugs and same way Joker ends, where he just like, gets really bad. So I'd like to see that, like a dark spin on it.
Let's see if you think that'd be out there. I Googled it. It's not really. I just think a live action of Be quiet, Google. Live action of just having a face on screen for an hour and a half.
Yeah, and
Would
it's
be-
just well. So it would be that guy's face. So it's like a human face, but it's like purplish blue, and it's zoomed in an hour and a half, and it's just dialogue and thoughts.
Yeah, maybe it's like a monologue. Yeah. What are those things that authors write where it's not like a biography? It's like a, what's the other word? Like a, I don't know. They write their thoughts and stuff. Not a diary. It's shit.
Oh yeah, there's a couple different ways to describe it. It's like there's memoirs.
Memoirs. It's like the memoirs of
Yeah.
Face from Nick Jr.
Yeah. I like the idea of two ways of doing it. One, it's like them. Can you imagine a movie? There's two ways you do it. One, a movie where the movie's happening normally, like imagine Fast and the Furious, things like that, but it's all on one character's face close up. So you hear all the dialogue and other things going on, but you just see the one person's face up close. So when like when they're racing, there's like a romance scene. There's like there's like all these weird things.
But it's
and
just
their
his
face
face.
up close. Yeah.
It'd be like that movie where they tried to do it first person shooter, except the camera's turned around at the guy's face.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Just close up. I
That'd
like
be
that
so
idea.
great. Oh, I forgot about that awful weird movie where it's all first person.
I didn't see it, and I didn't see it because I'm like, I'm probably gonna get sick watching this.
It looked gross, yeah. Yeah, it looked like it would make you dizzy. And the second part of the Nickelodeon Junior face is I'd like to see like I said, like it'd be, the happy face, but then it's slowly just crumbling into like a dark place. Like it's like a Batman type movie. Like have like Christopher Nolan or the guy who did Joker write it. So then it starts off happy, but then like the sad piano music slowly gets louder and it just gets like more sad.
And then he just goes on like a killing spree of the Nick Jr. stars.
Yeah.
Like
he's
Wiggle
"Where are you,
Town or
Drake
whatever it was
Bell?"
called. The Wiggles?
Wiggletown. The Wiggles, yeah.
Wow, the Wiggles. Are they still...
Let's
they have a
go to
girl in the group
Wiggletown.
now?
In the Wiggles?
Yeah, they got, I guess, more progressive. They got rid of the yellow guy, and they have a yellow girl now.
Wow. That's cool. I like it.
When did this happen? Whoa. Who's this guy? He's not in the Wiggles, is he? I'm going to post a picture in the podcast content.
Wait, is this when you looked up Wiggles?
Yeah, who's that guy on the floor?
I think that's Little Nas X.
Why did someone Photoshop this?
Yeah, that's really weird.
I don't know why it's so funny. Oh.
Just the look too is just. Oh yeah, that's the guy who does Old Town Road.
Oh wow, well that's fun. He's a Wiggle now.
Yeah, he's probably one of the Wiggles.
Okay,
Why
who
is he
wears
wearing the same
Who wears a
outfit?
jacket without a shirt?
I don't know. I've seen that before too. You just wear like a leather jacket but no shirt.
Dude, his jacket looks like straight up plastic. It doesn't even look like leather.
We should maybe for the next JJ Fresh, I'll do that look with the leather jacket, no shirt, and we can both. And you can do that with the denim. It'll be shirts versus skins episode.
What is he wearing? Chainmail?
I think he is. It's very like medieval.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's happening. Look at his boot. He has like a little metal stud on it.
It's like the cowboy thing,
Wow, what a cool man.
That's great.
I want to be like
What-
Lil Nauseous. Lil Nauseous. What's his name?
Little nauseous.
Lil Nauseous. Yeah.
Yeah.
Old Town Road, take me home to the place I belong, West Virginia, mountain country, hippy dippy doo da hey. All right, I'm
Hope
gonna
you
look
know-
up when the Wiggles. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, I hope you know you've absolutely ruined that song for me because of the Elon Musk "Take Me Home." So anytime I hear that song now, it's always Elon Musk "Take Me Home," and it's the full song you did, and I think it's great. I like your version more than the John Denver one, but anytime I hear that song, I just think of you in that demo of you like singing and playing the Elon Musk "Take Me Home."
Dude, I really want to make an official country song with that. I think that'd be really fun.
I think people would like that because it's all about, isn't it about him taking you home to Mars, right? Because he's going to go to Mars.
He's going to save humanity by going to Mars. Here, lead singer and founder of Wiggles at age 33 underwent a double hernia operation and withdrew from the Wiggles. That doesn't seem good. So that's why the yellow's not there anymore.
Oh, okay. So is it because he wiggled too much and then he got a double hernia?
Yeah, he got sick from all the wiggles.
Because a hernia is like an internal... Well, that's what I'm wondering. Like, so, I don't know.
Isn't that when like your guts kind of poke out and you got to push them in?
Yep, your guts kind of poke out, exactly.
A guy at my last job had that, and he never got it fixed. He would just like occasionally just pick, and then he would just hold his side and press on it. And I was like, that's disgusting. You need to go get that fixed.
So gross. Yeah, no, you're supposed to you're supposed to go get that fixed, or sometimes it does heal itself. If it's like small, but yeah, a big one like that. That's actually really funny that he was just like doing something. He'd be like, oh, and then he just like push on his stomach until it's so gross.
I'm like, man, you have insurance here, right? Like, you're full time. Come on, take care of yourself now. You're gonna be a little gutless baby.
Is this the old St. Louis job, right?
Yeah, this is the first job I got here.
Dude, there's so many characters at that place. I feel like you could, if you ever write a TV show, you should do it based on those characters.
Yeah, it'd be like a very crude version of The Office because it's just all in one little location. But yeah, I remember like there was a hole in the building. It was supposed to be a clean room, but like you open up the closet and we cleaned out the closet and we actually threw away a bunch of stuff we weren't supposed to. But I'm like, well, no one was using it and it's just sitting here collecting dirt. But there was a literal like drywall was crumbled up in a corner and there was a hole in the wall. And I'm like, this is supposed to be a clean room and your walls are falling apart.
And like open to the outside.
Yeah, like you could literally stick your foot outside from this closet. I was like, this is ridiculous.
What a grubby place. Oh my gosh.
It was grubby. Even though you had to mop the floors every day, they still found a way to make it sketchy.
Oh my gosh. So, I can't believe you. Yeah, if we eventually get famous and we have budget to make a bunch of shows, I want a like pretty much The Office, and you have to play yourself. And then I'll play whatever, like one of the characters too, and then it'll be fun.
You could play the guy that stretched out his friend's butt cheeks when he gave him a hug. That was uncomfortable to watch.
I remember you talking about that. I think instead I'll be the hernia guy because that's just more up my alley.
You could be there. Yeah, that could be. Yeah, he gave me a ride when my truck broke down at Walgreens.
Yeah, nice.
He's a good
See,
fellow.
I could do that. I'll be him because and then that's how we become friends. See, there it's perfect.
Yeah. You could be Cinnamon Jones.
Oh, I forgot about Cinnamon. That was his name, right?
That was his. If he had a stripper name, we called him Cinnamon Jones.
Cinnamon Jones is a great. Yeah. So I call dibs on being Cinnamon Jones. Actually,
like I'm not kidding when I said this. Like. He reminded me of you, and it was a good thing, because like he was always positive. He never really had like a bad thing to say about anybody, and I was just like, this guy's delightful. He was pretty outgoing though. He was very like, I'm gonna sing and dance sort of a fella, but he was very like positive. And I was like, you remind me a lot of my buddy Josh Garsh. who's also
Oh, man.
a fairly positive boy. I don't think I've ever heard him say a bad thing about nobody.
Oh,
Not even the devil.
Not even the devil. Well, thank you for saying that. You're too nice to me. Your friendship is like a warm butter croissant. Eat it in one bite, you know.
Eat it in one bite, and then you feel oily from the throat down.
Oily. Yeah. Oily rat milk. Yeah.
Oily rat milk from the teat of a man. Okay, speaking of teat of a man. Okay, so we freeze our extra milk because we don't like to make multiple store trips, so we kind of like stock up. And so we've been thawing out a gallon of milk for like 2 days now. And so today was the first day. I'm like, all right, I'm going to try and pour a glass of this milk. And so I have it under my arm, like over the glass, and I'm like squeezing milk, like pumping milk out of this gallon jug. And the milk only comes out when I squeeze it because it's just like a frozen block of milk in there. So I like crunch, milk comes out, more milk comes out, more milk comes out. I got half a glass of it. But I'm like, I feel like I'm, pumping a woman or something, getting that milk for that baby. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Ew.
it was a teat of a man. It was disgusting.
That is gross. Well, just mainly the descriptions you made, but so my question with the gross things aside is, how is milk, because I've never heard of that before. That's kind of smart. How is milk when you froze it and then you drink it after it's thawed? Does it taste different? Is it watery?
No, it tastes the same. It just
nice.
We just don't want it to expire, so we just freeze it. The trick is, she still does this. I tell her, please don't do this, but she'll pull the tab off. Like, that plastic tab under the cap. She'll pull it off and then put it in the fridge. And then when there's just milk everywhere on the bottom of the fridge that's like half frozen, I'm like, it's because you pulled the tab off. Just leave the tab on and no milk is going to spill out. So that's the only thing. If you keep that tab off, when it like thaws, milk will just kind of pour out of the top.
That's good to know. Okay, so don't take the tab off.
No, leave the tab on.
Tab on. Okay. That's well, I was going to go into Power Pack Wisdom, but you can skip this week because you already gave me your Power Pack Wisdom that if you freeze your milk, leave the tab on. So
yeah.
So you get a pass. You already did yours. You didn't even mean to do your Power Pack Wisdom, and you already did it. That's how sharp of a boy you are.
It just poured out of me like a milk from a jug.
Milk jug John. Wow, I don't know if I can even top that. This is a hard week. Yeah, I don't know. That was really good Power Pack Wisdom because I never thought of freezing your milk to make less trips. I'm trying to think if I have a thing I do that's like that. I have the closest thing I do. It's not even, this won't be a Power Pack Wisdom. The closest thing I do is I buy a big, because I hate frozen chicken. We eat a lot of chicken, and frozen chicken in a bag is just gross. It's just like the worst chicken in the world. So we get the fresh chicken, like the breasts. And we usually cook up a couple of them while it's still thawed, and then we freeze the rest of it, which is still like a bunch of chicken. So that's like what I do as a frozen thing, so it doesn't expire. Yeah. So I guess my Power Packed Wisdom is, if you have something you want to enjoy for a long time, just freeze it. Whether that be ham sandwich, a bowl of Cheerios, milk included. Cheese fondue,
an old relative, maybe.
Old relative. Well, that's the biggest life hack is exactly that. It's like, if you want anything to stay like in a state of what it is, just freeze it. So
yeah, maybe Grandpa's asleep on the lazy boy. Just get some bags of ice and start stacking them around him.
Yeah, there you go, Grandpa. You won't live forever.
Sleep tight, and then you start pouring ice all over him.
Yeah, sleep tight, Grandpa. Here we go. You gonna live forever. Your mom.
I'll wake you up when I'm your age.
Yeah, I'll wake you up. We can finally go out and get a beer together.
Yeah.
Even though you're like, it's like you're like 38 at the time. You're like, oh, I just want to be Grandpa's age.
We're gonna be best friends.
Come on, Grandpa, you're gonna be my best friend. That's beautiful. Wow, that's a beautiful, heartfelt story. That could be a Disney movie.
A Disney movie.
Yeah,
I'm imagining just like this kid is like, I want Grandpa to live forever. So he like freezes his grandpa on the lazy boy, and then unthaws him when he's 70 years old, and then they just go on wild adventures. He teaches them all like the new technology and everything.
Wow. That'd be kind of fun, yeah. As long as they don't make it, they need to make it like Pixar style,
Yeah.
like animated. Because live action that'd just be goofy. I'm imagining like Wall-E or something like that.
I feel like this could be another book.
I think
Frozen Grandpa.
Right, I think you should make. I'm just gonna throw this out there because I would love to see that. You should make a book. Your next book that you write should be called Frozen Grandpa, and it should be exactly that. It'll be a kid who freezes his grandpa, and then he becomes his age, and then they go on wild adventures together.
It'd be so weird. Oh, it'd be so good though.
It's so good, and then it could be a happy book because at the end, it's like they're getting older. They just freeze each other, and then they live forever.
Or what if the grandpa outlines this crazy plan of wanting to freeze at least like 6 generations to be his age. And so like, you know, the grandpa gets frozen, then the dad gets frozen, then the kid gets frozen, then his kid, he wants him to get frozen. So like 6 generations of this family all get frozen at age 70. And so then they all get unthawed. And it's like, one of them was born in like 1950, one was born in like 1970, one was, and like their birthdays span like hundreds of years, and then they get unthawed together.
And they live forever. I like it. That's like sci-fi meets like heartfelt Disney. That actually is kind of a cool idea because, like you said, it's these generations of this family that they live forever, and it's just like a lineage. I like it.
And maybe they go on Family Feud, and then it's their journey of winning Family Feud together.
Can you imagine how just amazingly stupid that is? Where it's like, it's this elaborate, like kind of like, you could do it like Possum King style, where it's this like elaborate, lot of character development, and you think there's going to be all this stuff, and then halfway through the book, you realize they're just trying to get enough people to do Family Feud, and then they go and do That's so brilliant. I love it. That's the funniest thing I've heard in a while. Oh my gosh. It's like, I'm imagining this like really really good story, character development, and they get like, and you're almost like maybe like a chapter away, and then they're like, all right, here's my plan. The grandpa tells about the Family Feud, and then they go on the Family Feud and they win, and then it ends. It's
like Slumdog Millionaire, but it's just less satisfying. It's just like, wait, what?
Oh, that's so good. I think that should be. You could probably write this one shorter. Like this one could be like half the length of Possum King, because you could still develop it. But the best part about it is the last chapter. It just does that arc, that story arc that just like ruins it, of the Family Feud. Like, it's perfect.
We'll turn it into a script for Cody, and he can make a movie with his friends.
Yes. Of the what's it called? Is it Frozen Grandpa?
Sure, Frozen Grandpa.
Okay.
And then it's real easy to make sequels too. Mm-hmm. You could do Frozen Grandma. You know, you could do Frozen Uncle, Frozen Aunts. Like, he's all over the place.
Freezing. I'll finish the storyline after we're done with the podcast. But yeah, thanks for listening. Thanks for joining the Discord, Patreon. Leave us a review on Apple. Like, subscribe, comment. Have a great week.
Thank you for tuning into our regularly scheduled program. Contact Josh and Jonathan at powerpactpodcast@gmail.com. Support the show at patreon.com/powerpact. See you next time, you dirty little rat babies.